Welcome back to my channel. I'm DeShelle B, your sensual self specialist. Today I want to talk to you about creating a calming and inviting atmosphere for self-love, for yourself, your partner, or whomever. Listen. But before I do, I want to remind you to hit subscribe so that way you won't miss any content. That way you know what's coming next. And also click that bell because that bell will let you know as soon as I put out new content, you'll be able to catch it first. So I was in my office talking to a client and we were talking about what it takes for her to have a calming environment that's inviting atmosphere for her to have a sensual experience in. So as we talked about it, we realized that there were so many elements that were missing, such as she works sometimes from her bed, in her bedroom. That wasn't a good thing. We also talked about how to bring in different elements and things into her bedroom in order to make it more inviting, so that way she would want to be sensual in her bedroom. She hadn't even thought about these ideas. She didn't realize that the atmosphere that you're working in already determines how sensual you can be in it. So I want to tell you some of the things that we talked about, my client and I. So that way, sis, you'll be hooked up the next time you want to create a warm and calming environment for you to be sensual in. First, we want to talk about your lighting. Make sure you have amazing lighting. That could look like turning off your overhead lights in your bedroom, but maybe having the side lights on the side of your bed, or even draping scarves and things over the lighting. That could definitely help with, creating a certain ambiance in the room. Next, you want to even think about scents. Beautiful candles, not just for the aesthetic, but also for the scent of the candles. You might want, vanilla candle, lavender candle, depending on what mood. Find a candle that makes you feel amazing when you smell it, that maybe creates a sense of sexiness, sensualness with the scent of the candle. It's all directed by you. Next, we want to talk about sensory elements, textures, tones. Different textures in your room. We've discussed this before, but having different textures in your room definitely helps you want to be comfortable and creating a more relaxing environment. So you might have throw pillows such as these. These are velvet, but you also may want to have throw blankets. You may want to have a blanket that you lay on just for sexual experiences that creates a sense of calm for you, calm environment. It could be animal print. It could be different textures such as fluffy prints or tons of different textures you can go by. So you can try those as well. Next, we want to talk about sounds. What music makes you feel like you want to be sensual? That there's a wealth of different artists out there that you can determine what really makes you feel sensual. So you could look into kind of checking out maybe a Pandora playlist, just literally putting in there some sensual music and see what comes up for you. Jazz may do it for you. Whatever that music is that makes you feel sensual, hit that button, hit play, turn on your Alexa or your Pandora or your Apple Music or Spotify, and find those different channels that really resonate with making you feel sensual. Third, you want to focus on your body's comfort level. With that being said, that looks like temperature. Are you comfortable temperature-wise in your room? Do you need to cool it down just a little bit? Just so that way if you heat up a little bit, you're still comfortable? Or is it already cool in your room? So you could change the temperature setting, but you can also kind of change your temperature with the amount of clothing that you have on. Maybe if it's warm, maybe you wear less clothing. If it's cooler in your room, you can still be sensual, but have just a little bit more clothes on. So thinking about the temperature that you set would be amazing as well. We just talked about comfortable clothing. So important. Making sure that you have things that make you feel comfortable. Not necessarily what makes your partner feel good, but what feels good to you. If you're not sensual, if you're not sexual in the clothes, if you don't feel sexy, you're not going to let your guard down enough, because you're going to be too busy thinking about, does my butt look big? So we want to make sure that you feel completely comfortable in the clothes that you wear. It could be shorts and a t-shirt. It could be lingerie. It could be some fishnets. It could be nude. It's completely up to you and what feels comfortable for you in the clothing you wear. Also, set intention for what you're wanting to accomplish that night. It could be just a self-massage, just some self-time for you, but it also could be something that you want to do with your partner. Maybe it's not just about having sex, but building a beautiful connection. And if that's the case, that's so beautiful, sis. And that helps you get to safety and security with your partner more. That allows you the opportunity to be able to open up more with your partner. So doing the things that creates, a relaxing, deeper connection. What are you looking for in that night? That could be like you saying, okay, I just want to connect with myself tonight. I just want to have a sensual bath. And then I just want to just kind of connect with me. I just want to let my guard down. Maybe you're dealing with some shame around enjoying yourself sensually. This is a perfect way of ushering in what that feels like for you as well, and creating the safe space to continue to do so. Lastly, engage in mindful touch. This starts with slowing down. A lot of times when we're doing touch, when we're doing self-massages or massaging with our partners, we tend to go really slow. We want you to slow your pace down, because that's how your body gets to connect with all the different sensations. That's how you notice what really feels good to you, is if you're taking the time to enjoy the flow of what's going on. So if you spend 2 to 3 minutes on just your shoulder, it's okay to do that. And then move down from there, creating the sensual moments that you want to. And watch your body light up with being able, by you slowing down and feeling all the sensations that are exploding in your body as you move through with your mindfulness, your mindful touch. And sis, I know that was a lot. You could feel a little overwhelmed in this moment, but don't worry about it. I have created a checklist. It's going to be listed down below for you to grab with all this information on it. So that way you can take your time, you can gather your thoughts, and you can make your space just as inviting and sensual as you'd like it to be. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how can a woman make herself feel sexy in her everyday life. Make sure that you hit subscribe and click that bell so you get the notifications when it comes out.